We came to Houston for this. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the 110 football LFC postgame
instant
reactions. How do you feel, Vince?
You're just a little knocked off your feet by this game, huh?
Yeah, it was not fun.
Wasn't my favorite. It wasn't horrible. It was just kind of blah.
Yeah.
It was pretty dull because both teams not really very sharp.
Yeah. Not at all.
Not at all.
I mean, to be fair, Houston was on the sharper side.
I suppose they were the home side. I mean, they probably need the points more. I mean, everyone needs the points at this point in the season. But
well, let's do a quick throwback to our pregame away day stream on LAFC's app. You said that a lot of the time LAFC doesn't play like the away team. They play like the home team. It was not really the same story today.
In the first half especially, we saw Houston had a lot of the ball.
Yeah.
A lot of the ball. And anytime LAFC tried to break out quickly, there was bad passes, a lot of bad giveaways, like just loose giveaways. Second half started a little bit better, and obviously they scored the goal, but a chronic problem that LAFC has had in its 4 years is giving up goals right after scoring a goal. You can't lose your advantage that quickly in a game like this.
So as you know, we do in our instant reaction show, we do headlines, stock rising, and stock falling. Let's start with headlines. I'll go first.
Okay.
LAFC versus Houston. Neither team happy with the result.
Okay. Your headlines are always very long,
very
long, to the point.
But really, I think it was, like you said, it was a sloppy game on both sides. Houston, if I were a Houston fan, I think we could have easily picked up 3 points in that game. Easily.
Yeah.
And then LAFC being like, we didn't play good. We should come to Houston and be able to pick up 3 points on any given day. And that just was not the case today. So I think both teams are not happy with the result.
I would agree with that. I think at a lot of different moments in this game, either team should have thought that they were going to get 3 points.
Okay.
LAFC, especially when they score that goal, it's like you weathered the storm, almost literally. We didn't get the thunderstorms we thought we were going to have.
The sun's even out, kind of.
But you weather the storm. You get out to a lead in the second half, but somehow you just immediately give it back up.
Like immediately.
But then the Dynamo weren't able to then capitalize on their momentum. So it's like you couldn't. It was your headline, like I said, to the point, succinct.
Just a little long.
Yeah. Have more fun with it.
What is your headline? Should I start doing more puns?
My headline is what happened to the rhythm.
Okay.
Because this team literally had no cohesiveness, no rhythm. There were so many moments where like everyone was ready to go. You could see guys flying forward, pouring forward into spaces, recognizing where to go, and it's just a bad pass or a slack touch or a bad decision to hold it too long. And the thing was, there was a couple, maybe 2-3 moments where it was really pretty.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the Diego Rossi chance in the first half, really pretty. The goal itself, really pretty. And maybe one more moment where they pinged it around. They were able to kind of overload that midfield area that the Dynamo really were trying to get tight in. But it was too far and too few between for me.
So moving on to our stock rising. The fun part. There we go.
Oh, we still get to have fun.
We still get to have fun. What is your stock rising?
My stock rising was Eddie Segura in this game.
Really?
And he's actually been great pretty much all season. But I thought he was phenomenal, and his ability to cover the men that were trying to get past the defense, but then also help his fullbacks out wide. He was very good. I don't think he put a wrong foot forward and made some really game-saving tackles towards the end in certain points.
That I completely agree with that. I think.
Did I steal yours?
No, you did not.
Oh, good.
I think Eddie Segura, although is a very quiet person, on the field he's very commanding.
That's another thing. I got to give Eddie props when I do because not enough people see him because he is a quiet
guy.
Steady player.
Moving on to my stock rising.
Yeah, who do you got?
Danny Musovski.
Okay.
Hear me out. He didn't have the best game and really didn't get that many chances, let alone minutes. But seeing his performances in the first game against Austin and then being injured in the second game, I wasn't too sure. I was kind of worried a little bit from how good he was last season. Not saying he's the star player of our team, but seeing that he was able to step in to a role with Carlos and Rossi beside him.
Yeah.
And the first game against Austin, he wasn't really able to find spaces, but he was finding spaces today, making passes, connecting with teammates, and it kind of got my hopes up a little bit. It made me worry less about his sharpness.
Do you think he starts next game?
I do think he starts next game.
Wow.
Over Opoku.
Over Opoku. Okay, interesting.
Because I don't think Carlos will play. I think it'll be Rossi, Musovski, and Corey.
I tend to agree with you. Unfortunately, with Carlos not getting any minutes in this game, I don't see them risking him as starting, even though it is the Galaxy and it's a big game coming up. I like where you're going with Musovski. It is weird because you think about, was that a COVID season? Is that the only reason he's getting chances? Is that the only reason he's scoring goals? So you wonder, like, did he hit his ceiling too fast, or was it even just a fluke?
Well,
But
I don't think so.
He's shown that he belongs here.
Well, in that COVID season, remember, we had the likes of BWP, Carlos Vela, Diego Rossi, all those guys on our roster. So
yeah, he had to compete.
Moving on to our stock falling. Do you want to go first?
I'll go first.
You go first.
Because mine's maybe a surprise.
Stock falling. Wah, wah. Go ahead.
My stock falling is actually Eddie Segura's partner, was Jesus Savamario, who I thought was decent in defending, although he did make some mistakes where he maybe stepped too soon. Luckily, he has the speed and athleticism to get back and delay guys, and got a lot of help from his teammates. But, man, the amount of times where the ball was on his foot, he's looking upfield, and he just lazy, hitting the ball just to anywhere, not really to anyone, or worse, when he does hit it to someone, just pinging it at them and basically trusting them to take care of a ball that was like an impossible touch.
It's kind of lazy in a way.
Yeah, it was just kind of slack. It was like an amalgamation of the entire team.
Yeah. I'll just go right ahead with my stock falling.
Oh, coming in hot.
Set pieces.
Set pieces. Oh yeah, you were hammering on.
Not only offensive set pieces, but also defensive set pieces. Whenever the Houston Dynamo got the ball, it had a set piece and got the ball into a dangerous area, LAFC looked somewhat lost when players were attacking the goal. And it wasn't that good to see, especially when you have players like Marc-Anthony Kaye, Jesus Savamario, Eddie Segura, who are all pretty tall, big guys who should be marking these players fairly easily. Yeah. And seeing the Dynamo players who are like a half foot shorter than them getting to these balls. Anyway, on top of that, offensive set pieces. Not one offensive set piece we had today made contact with the player and had a clear-cut chance.
Yeah. So you're Bob Bradley. Who is a set piece taker at this point?
Carlos, but he's gone.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying.
But who do you do when Carlos isn't there? Brian Rodriguez was.
Yeah.
But not
he's
anymore.
Also not here.
So I don't know. Yeah. Do you not have any set piece? Can any Eduardo Atuesta not even I like seeing Bryce Duke try him, but
But is he always going to be in the game?
No.
And you would think that Atuesta could take set pieces, but he was more like a 25% possibility of doing something.
Something, or at least making
every 3
contact.
Out of 4 were bad.
Did you see that the free kick on this end when he just completely missed?
The moment it left his foot, I knew it was like a center fielder when the ball hits crack of the bat. He's like, that's gone.
So all I'm trying to say is with the players we have, like I mentioned, Eddie Segura, Jesus Savamario, Marc-Anthony Kaye, we should be lethal in terms of set pieces.
Well, and when you're thinking about a team that's not very sharp, set pieces can be a lifeblood. You can find a goal out of a set piece, and maybe it can get you 3 points. So LAFC is going to have to pick it up because they're going to have a lot of chances. They're going to get fouled a lot. They didn't have quite as many corners. I think the Dynamo probably had the edge at corners.
Yep.
8-5 in corners, Dynamo.
8-5 in corners.
Yeah, a little birdie in my ear.
Yeah, really? Oh, wow. Tweety bird.
Yeah, a stat bird.
Well, but you know what I mean? I just got to say, if I'm Bob Bradley, next practice, we're trying something different because whatever we tried is not working.
I'm going to say, if you're Bob Bradley, hey, stop clowning on me.
Stop. Or how about let's go for a run today, squad. Let's make sure we're not fatigued come 40th minute.
I mean, the weather was funky, but yes, they shouldn't be fatigued.
It's third game of the season,
Diego Rossi, first game back, makes it 90 minutes, though, so that's promising.
That's good.
That's promising.
Especially with the Galaxy coming up.
But yeah, it went a little flat where I felt like they could have wrestled the momentum back. But then it just kind of fell a little flat. But I think a lot of that was motivational from the bad passes.
So, as much as I know you guys love mine and Vince's analysis, if you guys want to hear an even deeper dive into that analysis, tune in to the Max and Vince podcast this Tuesday. It's going to be great. Like I said, it's my go-to on my drive to work.
Your drive to work.
My long drive from Long Beach to work. And then Friday, we have a new episode of the 110 Football Show, a Carson edition.
Yeah, a big Derby edition, so you're going to want to, it's going to be packed
and
with
then at
rivalry content.
Oh, we have rivalry content. I actually went down to Carson.
Oh, don't give it away.
But it's crazy. A little teaser. All I'm telling them is that I went down to Carson to film something. I'm
just trying to make sure that you're not giving it all away.
And then on Saturday, as you know, LAFC, LA Galaxy.
We will be in the belly of the beast at Carson, Dignity, doing our pregame.
The belly?
Yeah,
Is that a saying?
It's not a saying people use anymore? Yeah, it's like a saying.
Maybe it's just because you're old.
Yeah, it's a saying for like World War II.
Thank you guys so much for watching. This was fun. Fun first away days down in Houston. Not the result we wanted, but it was a fun trip. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, click that bell, and see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Boom. Bye.